I'm going to take you to the Blue Ghost universe. It's real life, reimagined. There's so much information online, and when you actually need help, it can feel pretty overwhelming. Trying to sort through posts, links, and pages just to find the right resource. Flight prices are all over the place. One day, it's $250, the next $400 for the same seat. Plus, right now with the global conflicts impacting fuel prices and travel demand still high, those prices can spike fast. If you really want to feel festive, slip into a traditional hanbok and strike a pose. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, and thank you so much for waking up with the Hofmanns. I'm Michelle Hofmann. Now, folks, we want to warn you, the video is disturbing. Chris 6 viewer Chris Valderrama recorded this video back on May 23rd. It shows a disturbance outside the Stripe store on I-37 near the Bayfront. You can see the victim walking away, then a woman throws an object at her. Police believe the victim is a homeless woman. Officers started investigating after the video went viral. 21-year-old Kelly Castillo is being charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Corpus Christi is in the hot seat for our water crisis after Governor Greg Abbott had this to say about the situation and how city leaders have handled it. Many Americans are having trouble with medical expenses. More than 82 million people say they've had to skip at least one daily living expense in order to cover healthcare bills. New concerns this morning at airports. TSA officers set to miss their second paycheck tomorrow. A bill to fund ICE and Border Patrol is moving to the House this morning after Senate Republicans passed it just hours ago. The $70 billion package funds immigration enforcement through the rest of President Donald Trump's term. As the U.S.-Israel war against Iran continues, many are stuck in the middle literally, including one of our own neighbors from Rockport. I spoke with Mary Tucker, who went overseas for a graduation trip, but the dream vacation turned into a nightmare. 1 week after a fatal stabbing in late May, a 20-year-old is now behind bars. If you're planning on getting a vacation rental, beware of fake listings showing up. A woman is warning others about her experience after the apartment she rented disappeared. A case of flesh-eating New World screwworms has been detected in South Texas. There's a major shakeup at Corpus Christi City Hall. City Attorney Miles Risley is retiring. He blames deep division on the city council for his departure. Risley sent a letter to the city manager. He says lawsuits and personal attacks have damaged his ability to do his job. You know, most veterans never ask for recognition even when they've earned it, but one Vietnam veteran is making sure their service never goes unnoticed. After receiving a quilt of honor himself, Clayburgh County Commissioner Jerry Martinez felt called to pay that gratitude forward. A quilt of honor is a tribute presented to veterans as a heartfelt thank you for their service.
A sea turtle hatchling release. I'm so excited to see this.
Yeah, that's right. This right here is a live look over at Malachite Beach on the island. And you know, our crew on the beach actually told us that crews out there took out 2 boxes, possibly with some little baby turtles inside. Oh my gosh, we are so excited to see this. We're jealous because this is where we want to be. And you know, there's actually a crowd of people that you can't see there that's pictured, but an average of 1,300 people attend each sea turtle hatchling release held at the park. So this is a really exciting time. You know, they were almost going to delay this event actually because of the weather that we were seeing earlier in the week. Ooh. So what can we expect for them this morning? We hear President Trump has been very active on social media addressing the ongoing conflict.
So many people help bring this special event together because it's all for a good cause.
Bell rings at 8:50. We'll get to all of that and what you can expect in just a bit. But first, we want to go ahead and check in to see how the traffic is flowing, especially on this first day of school for CCISD. In the middle of a water shortage, every drop counts. But right now, many customers can't actually see their water use in real time. I'm Michelle Hofmann, and as you may know, we've been working to get you answers. And this week's question takes a look at why.
Persons from the community can contact Chris 6 to get us questions that can be answered in this media brief, so we appreciate you doing that.
This week, I looked into this question sent to us by a Chris 6 viewer who asked to remain anonymous. They wanted to know about smart meters and why city water customers don't get real-time data to help track usage and conserve water. So we brought that question to City Manager Peter Zanoni, and right now, the answer isn't entirely clear.
I don't have the exact answer, except I can say this, that the smart meters aren't as smart as they could be.
What that likely means, those meters don't constantly transmit data. Instead, they send updates in intervals, so every few hours or even once a day.
The data is it's data needed.
While there's no clear timeline for changes, it's something city leaders say they need to improve. In the meantime, Zanoni points to another option for at-home monitoring. He mentioned the Flume Smart Home Water Monitor. It comes with an upfront cost, but he says it's helped his own family avoid wasting water.
Without having that, with a family of kids and a wife, that can lead to water running, toilets running, that type of thing, we would have wasted a lot of water.
Now, folks, as water concerns grow, we'll make sure to continue answering your questions. So if you have one, make sure you send us a message. Water conservation has become one of the biggest concerns here in Corpus Christi, and as city leaders consider possible level 1 water emergency rules, which could restrict how and when residents use water, many of our viewers have been asking, are they actually walking the walk? So I emailed every city council member, city manager Peter Zanoni and Mayor Paulette Guajardo, requesting their bills and monthly water usage. Out of 10 leaders contacted, only 3 responded. At-large council member Carolyn Vaughn initially said she was willing to share her bill, but after a follow-up attempt, she didn't provide the record. City manager Peter Zanoni and Mayor Paulette Guajardo did provide their bills. And according to the utility bills they provided, both averaged 3,000 gallons of water a month.
I was glad to report to Chris Six when I asked how much water am I using anyway, we being model citizens. I think we are, with a family of 4, we use about 3,000 gallons per month, as evidenced by this timeline going back to November, with the exception of 2 months where there were things like the Christmas, New Year's holiday, and then the spring break week.
Zanoni says those numbers also show conservation is possible even for a family of 4. He also pushed back on what he says is a common misunderstanding about water bills.
One could say that my water bill is $152, and it's really not. It's numerous services provided by the city.
He says those charges can include wastewater, stormwater fees, gas service, and trash collection.
I think the water portion gets a bad rap when we focus on that bottom line total.
And Zanoni had this response for people wondering whether city leaders get special treatment.
Even the city manager gets the same bill that everybody else gets.
Now, I did reach back out to remaining council members who didn't initially respond to my request, and if we receive their bills or usage records, we'll make sure to update this story online. Meanwhile, you can also see my own household water usage on our website, christv.com, where I shared those numbers in an earlier report on water leaks and conservation. And folks, if you have any questions you want addressed, make sure you send me a message. Some thought Leroy Torres, a Robstown local, became a millionaire after a jury awarded him nearly $2.5 million 2 years ago. But the Iraq War veteran and former DPS trooper tells me that's far from his reality. In fact, his legal fight with the Texas Department of Public Safety still isn't over. I'm Michelle Hofmann with the story in this week's Veterans in Focus.
There will be a list of other cases.
Leroy Torres is gearing up for yet another day in court later this November. For years, he's been fighting a legal battle with his former employer, the Texas Department of Public Safety.
I just want to get past this, to close this chapter, for that healing to begin.
Back in 2017, Torres sued DPS, claiming the agency failed to accommodate his service-related disabilities. He says his health struggles stem from permanent lung damage caused by exposure to burn pits during his deployment in Iraq.
My career came to pretty much to an end.
His case even made it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court in 2022, where justices ruled in his favor, saying states can be sued under the Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act, or USERRA.
We won. God was on our side, baby, like you said.
Then in 2023, I was there when a jury unanimously awarded Torres nearly $2.5 million. But that victory didn't last long. The state appealed the decision, and now the case is set to go before the 15th Court of Appeals on November 20th.
Texas is saying, okay, maybe the jury got it right. We're not admitting that, but to the extent they awarded him almost $2.5 million in back pay, that number was incorrect. Our position is he should have been continued to have been paid as a Trooper 4 with all the seniority-based raises, and we showed the jury all that evidence, every pay chart.
The decision was unanimous. There should be enough trust in the people who made that decision.
Torres says this case isn't just about him. He believes the outcome could set the tone for how veterans are protected in workplaces across the country.
And I've had numerous first responders approach me offline, like, I have ailments, but I'm afraid to speak out because I don't want to lose my job. And that's horrible for them to feel that.
It is unclear when the case will be resolved, but Torres says he hopes to put this all behind him so he can continue focusing on his health and helping other veterans through his nonprofit Burn Pits 360.
This doesn't take away from my patriotism. I would serve my nation again, my state. My prayer is that the court make the right decision, not only for myself, but for the sake of all the veterans. If they truly mean thank you for your service, that they fulfill their obligation.
Now, Torres is encouraging the public to follow the case. It'll be broadcasted live on YouTube, or you can attend in person. We posted those details on our website. And folks, I would like to note, I did reach out to the Texas Department of Public Safety for comment, but just like in 2023, I haven't received a response.